gods and goddesses. So today we're making something electric and absolutely delicious. We are making electric ramen. It's quick, it's easy, you can add whatever toppings you like. You can subtract whatever toppings you like. You are in charge of your ramen, okay? For our electric ramen, we're gonna need some scallions, some kale, some ginger, some wood hair mushrooms. You can use any mushroom you like. Dulce flakes, kelp, ground ginger, oregano, cayenne, dill weed, sesame seed, some more mushrooms, portobello, and angel hair pasta. Alright guys, so the main ingredient in making a dope ramen is the broth. So to make the broth, we're going to put in a teaspoon of grapeseed oil. Use sesame seed oil if you like. I'm just going to sprinkle this around just so the entire pot is coated. And then I'm going to input some mushrooms, some scallions, cilantro, and onion. All right, our mushrooms are cooking down. It's time for us to input our spring water. And today I'm using Icelandic spring water because it's my absolute favorite. We're also going to input some dry wood hair mushrooms. It really gives it that nice texture, that nice like porky taste. I'm not a fan of pork, but this gives it a nice chewy texture. So we're gonna input this. This is a dry mushrooms. Usually we let it, we put some spring water in there and then we let it rehydrate. But since we're already boiling it, we might as well kill two birds with one stone and just input it into our broth. I'm also going to input some more water in here because we want our broth to be nice and thick. And it is smelling so amazing in this kitchen, guys. Oh my God. I'm also gonna put some Crystal Geyser water. I'm gonna input 2 cups of spring water. So I'm gonna let this come to a rapid boil. I'm gonna let it boil for, let's say, 30 minutes. But before the broth boils, we're going to input some seasoning. I'm gonna put in some oregano, just a few dashes of it. See, this is why you use an apron when you're cooking. Some cayenne, just a few dashes, because I love my food spicy. Some dill weed, because why not? And last but certainly not least, I am going to input my sea salt, my Celtic sea salt. Because I want my broth to be very flavorful. So I'm gonna sprinkle a few sea salt in here. All right, now we're gonna let this come to a rapid boil. You can also add half a teaspoon of agave into your broth just to get it that a nice little sweet taste. So while our broth is boiling, it's time to prepare our toppings. You can use whatever toppings you like. Remember, you are in charge of your ramen. So today I'm going to add some fresh okra for crunchiness. I'm going to also add some more mushrooms because why not? So I'm cutting up some portobello mushrooms. You can cut them however you want. Slice them, dice them. Just don't forget to add them to the pot. I'm going to cut up some scallions in this bad boy. And these scallions are for toppings. I can smell all of the goodness that's coming from it. Oh my God. Oh, and you guys are doing all of this on medium heat. So I'm also going to add some butternut squash for sweetness, because every single dish I have to find some way to add this butternut squash. I have a very sharp knife, so this is why I am peeling the skin like so. If it wasn't sharp, usually, you know, I will pop it in the oven and bake it as well. But I'm gonna make it into nice little cubes just to use as a topping. You can use kale like what I'm gonna use. You can use chickpea as a topping. You can use any vegetable that's on the nutritional guides for your topping. I'm not gonna cut off all the skin off entirely. I'm gonna cut off as much as I possibly can. Thin or thick, however you like them. I'm just gonna make them very small in hopes that it will cook fast. You just need a small slice for your ramen, depending on how much you're making. At this point, you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees, or you can just saute your toppings. But to me, it's easier if I just oven bake. So our toppings are almost ready for the pan. We just need to put a little bit of seasoning on it. I'm adding some dill weed, you know, my usual, some dill weed. I'm gonna sprinkle some cayenne pepper. We're also going to sprinkle some oregano. We're gonna also sprinkle a little bit of our agave, because this enhances the flavor of our toppings. And it also helps the seasoning adhere to the toppings as well. We're just gonna put a few dash of grapeseed oil. We're also going to add some onion powder. We're gonna sprinkle that all around. We're just gonna let everything get incorporated. Got our okras looking good. Our mushrooms smelling good. Mixing that all around. Last but certainly not least, we are going to sprinkle a little bit of our sea salt on this goodness. All right, gonna squish everything all around. You want to evenly spread out your toppings, your squash, all your vegetables, your mushrooms, and all that goodness, so they all could be roasted to perfection. All right, so everything is fully coated, and it's time to pop it in the oven. We're gonna let this cook for 20 minutes. So our water is to a rapid boil. I'm gonna add our spelt angel hair pasta. You can use whatever pasta you like. You could even substitute this for some zucchini. That would be very interesting. All right. You can also input some lovely sea salt to add some taste to your noodles. That was a generous pinch. You could put less if you like. I'm just gonna stir this bad boy up so it can all cook evenly. Do them. So I'm gonna let that boil for 3 minutes, and then I am going to strain it and then add it to our ramen. Using spelt hair pasta, it should be the last thing that's added to your dish, mainly because you don't want to overcook it, or you don't want it to sit too long and then get soggy. So the fresher you make this pasta, the better it is for you. So our toppings are finito. Look how lovely our toppings look. We got some lovely okra, we got our butternut squash, and we have our mushrooms. They're shrunk a lot, so that's why I just put half of the mushrooms to grill, and I put the other half into our broth. So we're gonna let this cool down and wait for our pasta to boil. All right, so our noodle is finito. Now it's time for my favorite part. It's time to top it and eat it. You can strain all of your broth if you would like, But what I love to do is I love to strain as much as I need in the moment, because the longer you let this sit, the more flavorful this broth will be. All right, so I'm just going to strain my broth so I can just get enough, as much as I need for my plate. Add as much or as little noodle as you like in your ramen. Now it's time to add your favorite toppings. This is the moment I've been waiting for all my life. Like, seriously. All right, so I'm going to add some kale to the side. So this is what your final product should look like when you tapped all of your mushrooms in. Thank you guys so much for stopping by at Nella's Kitchen. Remember, you are in charge of your ramen, so you can add or subtract whatever you like. Play around with it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.